The Industrial Metaverse. In this video, we're going to explain the differences between Consumer Metaverse, Commercial Metaverse, and Industrial Metaverse. Businesses and technologists around the world are struggling to define the Metaverse and what their role will be in it. Judson Althoff, Microsoft Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer, will distinguish Metaverse for consumers, businesses, and industries. He will share Microsoft's vision for the Industrial Metaverse. Let's hear him, after a brief introduction.
Companies are pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into the vision of the Metaverse.
Tech giants betting big on the Metaverse.
The Metaverse.
The Metaverse.
What actually is the Metaverse?
The Metaverse.
The Metaverse.
Metaverse.
The Metaverse.
Metaverse. Metaverse.
If you make anything or you move anything, you create a carbon footprint. If we can simulate that infinitely in the cloud, we can make them distribute that product more effectively, efficiently, and sustainably.
There's water being used in almost every industrial process, and industries will need 100% more in the next 10 years. But with technology, we can further economic growth as well as managing our natural resources.
Digital models out of our factories have been unbelievably useful in the current environment to interrogate our supply chain, to reconfigure lines, shift patterns of production, and to do our planning and our modeling.
完全なるメタバースの世界は開発から設計ないしは試験までのすべての工程っていうものを仮想環境上で実行できます。
We are working really hard connecting all these bakeries, production lines, our logistics, transportation to provide visibility, traceability, and to be more efficient in the use of water, energy, from waste on every bakery.
I'm really excited to talk to you about one of my favorite areas of innovation, the Industrial Metaverse. But before we dive into the Industrial Metaverse, I thought I would just have a moment with you all to kind of share a bit of the framing of the Metaverse at large. Because if we were honest with one another and I pulled 100 of you aside and asked you each what your definition of the Metaverse was, we'd probably end up with at least 100 different answers. And so I thought what I would do is share our view of how we think about the Metaverse. Essentially, there are three realms of the Metaverse, or three categories of innovation in the Metaverse. The Consumer Metaverse, the Commercial Metaverse, and the Industrial Metaverse. And I want to spend a moment kind of defining each of the three of them. So the Consumer Metaverse is most likely the one that you are all most familiar with. It's the notion of bringing avatars to life for more socially immersive experiences, or developing new kinds of entertainment through enriched gaming environments. But nevertheless, it's all about igniting a new generation and a new wave of immersive experiences in our personal lives. So Microsoft in this space will have its own first-party expression, of course, through our Xbox games and xCloud and how we think about the future of immersive gaming and inclusive gaming. But we will also tool change so that our B2C customers can, in fact, capitalize on the omni-channel nature of the Consumer Metaverse as well. The Commercial Metaverse is all about taking those same kind of immersive experiences and bringing them into the world of work. And trust me when I say this is far more than just 3D teams. It's about having inclusive and diverse perspectives brought into the collaborative environment. Think of it as being able to teleport into the rainforest and truly understand with your colleagues what it's like to replant trees and help our sustainability efforts on the planet, or design the next generation of new products with mixed reality capabilities. The commercial metaverse will redefine how we collaborate as a society, and it will help us generate new ideas faster and more effectively than ever before. So that brings me to the industrial metaverse. The industrial metaverse is all about connecting the physical and digital world to help drive us forward in the world of industry. It combines technologies like IoT sensors so that we can model any manufacturing process or supply chain or logistics process, take the data off that process, and populate it into large-scale data lakes in the cloud. Once we have the data in an enriched state and have pipelines flowing in, we can reason over that data using machine learning and AI capabilities and build out digital twins or digital replicas of any manufacturing process, any supply chain or logistics process to simply make it more effective, more efficient, and arguably more sustainable than ever before. That's not where it stops, though, because the twins themselves get connected into this digital feedback loop with the people on the front lines that actually make the magic happen in those scenarios. We feed the twin into experiences on handheld devices through Teams and Teams as a platform. We allow people on the front lines to democratize that experience and build out their own app tool chains to have their lives represented in digital form. And so you can think of this as the model teaching the people and the people teaching the model for real-time digital feedback and enhanced learning. But rather than listening to me talk about it, my goal here is to bring that to life through 3 customer scenarios that we're actively working on today. Because whilst there is still a lot happening in terms of the evolution of the metaverse today, the industrial metaverse is here and now. We have hundreds of customers leveraging these capabilities to build better products, to help design better outcomes more sustainably and more effectively than ever before. So there are 3 scenarios that I want to take you through. How you design new products, how you build new products, and how you operate your environment, your supply chain, your overall logistics operations, leveraging the power of the industrial metaverse. And again, this is technology that is here today, and there are customers across all industries taking advantage of it, and I want to share that with you right now. If you think about it, if you make anything or you move anything, you create a carbon footprint. If we can simulate that infinitely in the cloud before you make it or before you move it, we can help you build better products more effectively, more efficiently, with lower carbon footprint, lower water utilization, more sustainably than ever before. So let's get into it. So most analysts estimate the opportunity in the industrial metaverse to exceed over $200 billion by 2030. And again, it's across these 3 frames of designing new product, building product, and optimizing your operations using these immersive technologies in the industrial metaverse and bringing to life these digital feedback loops for your people and for your business. The first scenario I want to unpack is the partnership that we have with Equinox, where they are committed to having their 20,000 employees that operate across 30 countries bring forward a net zero energy ecosystem by the year 2050. They're using the industrial metaverse to design their products and simulate their effectiveness before they implement them in the physical world. But don't just take it from me, take it from their Executive Vice President and Head of Technology, Digital, and Innovation, Hege Skuriseth.
There's nothing more important today than the energy transition in the world. We need more renewable energy faster. Equinor is a leading international energy company. Our goal is to become a leading company within offshore wind, and Microsoft technology plays a vital part into making that transition. Designing wind farms hold a lot of complexity. So just imagine the blades are 105 meters long. It's far out in the ocean. You need to cable to get the power back to shore. Sometimes you use floating wind farms, and all of them has to play together in a cost-efficient way. The industrial metaverse is very important for us going forward for the whole concept selection phase, which is basically designing the wind farm. You can bring all the various data sources together and you can choose and test concepts based on simulations. Our goal is to operate a virtual wind farm before it's built. By using these tools, we can first and foremost design the wind parks, but also in the future build, operate and maintain in a sustainable and cost-efficient manner. This is very important for building sustainable solutions for the future.
The next category where we see the industrial metaverse coming to life with many of our customers is how we help them build products more effectively. I had the fantastic opportunity to tour Mercedes-Benz's new Factory 56 in Sindelfingen in Germany last Friday to capture how they're leveraging the industrial metaverse in their build process. You can see the energy transition coming to life in this factory. It's a fantastic facility because they're producing the Maybach, the S-Class, and the brand new EQS electric vehicle right there on the same line. It's not just about building more sustainable products, it's actually how you build them that has the biggest impact on the environment. If you think about it, many companies have to build new factories in order to produce more sustainable products, and that building of the factory itself, frankly, causes a lot of impact to the environment, from pouring concrete, which is one of the most impactful scenarios, to having new facilities, new machinery, and wasting the existing assets that they currently have. Daimler has figured out how to thread the needle on that and leverage the industrial metaverse to build products simultaneously on one line. And I'm delighted to have Jörg Berzer, who is a member of the board at Mercedes-Benz and responsible for all production and supply chain. Jörg, it's fantastic to be with you here on this side of the planet now. Thank you for joining me here.
Hi, Judson. Thanks for having me.
Hey, so Jörg, we had an awesome announcement that went out earlier today about our partnership and how you're leveraging the industrial metaverse to empower the future Mercedes-Benz design and build process. Maybe you could share a little bit of what it means to you at Daimler.
Well, it means a lot, Judson, so we're very excited about this partnership. I'm standing here right now in the Factory 56, right in front of the line you just mentioned, where we produce the EQS, the S-Class, and the Maybach. And at Mercedes, it's all about our customers. That's really our focus. And we want to build better experiences. We want to build better services, but we also want to build better cars, the world's most desirable cars. And that's why we are so excited, because with this great partnership, and we build everything on Microsoft Azure, and this will help us to bring our performance also to the next level. So we are working on really with you guys to use the data which we have in the Microsoft Azure cloud to really work on better quality, to really work on better efficiency. We're calculating to create efficiency gains of around 20%, and at the end, it's all about our customers.
One of the things that was most impressive to me was the democratization of the entire experience. And I shared with our audience just a moment ago about how digital twins can connect back with people on the front lines. And at Factory 56, you have everyone from the people on the front lines to the plant manager to the process engineers enriched by the experience that you've created there. I wonder if you might share a few words about your views of that as well.
Yes, we want to really have everybody using data. So we want to bring the creativity of our teams, from the manager to the colleagues on the line, working every day on the line, to improve our processes. And you talked a lot about the industrial metaverse. I'm even dreaming about that every day, because this has so many opportunities, so great opportunities which we have, because we can simulate processes. We can simulate also quality processes. We can think about how we connect the dots between data sources and and increase our efficiency. And one of the topics which is very, very important also personally to me is sustainability. And you mentioned that as well right now. Sustainability is so important for the future of our planet. And what we can really do is we can simulate what carbon footprint we can manage and improve even with this industrial metaverse and with the cooperation with Microsoft.
Super, Jörg. Listen, thank you so much for the partnership. It's truly impressive what you're doing. To me, it's one of the most pragmatic utilizations of technology, impacting business outcomes and societal outcomes. Thank you so much for all the work you're doing, Jörg. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for all your support, Judson. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great one. So my final scenario is how we leverage the industrial metaverse in operations, because not every company has the opportunity to retool their environment. Many of our manufacturing supply chain scenarios are in fact brownfield. You have to leverage the technology in the environment as you see it. And so that's precisely what we've done with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is one of the most storied brands in the history of humanity. They are backed by 250 bottlers that bring the brand to life through great products for customers around the world. We had the opportunity to work with Coca-Cola Hellenic, one of the largest bottlers in the Coca-Cola ecosystem. They serve 29 markets across Europe. They have more than 55 facilities across Europe. They produce just on one line alone 90,000 bottles of Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola products per hour. And so you can imagine an intense environment that really can't ever go down, needs the predictability and resiliency of the supply chain to make sure that they deliver products effectively and efficiently. We were able to work with them within 12 weeks, leveraging the industrial metaverse, from first stepping foot into the factory and building out the sensor fabric, creating the digital twin and allowing the factory workers to become immersed in the twin itself. And within that 12-week period, we saved the factory over 9% in energy cost in that 12-week period alone. And so you can see the power of these systems. They effectively pay for themselves in a very short period of time. They truly help you build better product, better processes, more effectively, more efficiently, and more sustainably. I'm really happy, though, that we're actually going to be able to show you some of this and have you step into the world of Coca-Cola Hellenic in their Edistal bottling facility in Austria. And here to share all of that with you is one of our foremost experts in the industrial metaverse. I think her official title might be Queen of the Industrial Metaverse. But Morgan, why don't you show us the magic that's happening at Coca-Cola Hellenic?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Judson. Hi, everyone. I'm so stoked to share with you our custom-built HoloLens, leveraging Microsoft Mesh to visualize CCH's bottling facility in Edistal, Austria. This immersive digital twin allows us to gain access and visibility across production lines, bringing together different data from various systems and sensors into one view. So let's dive in. All right, so we're greeted on this global view, and we can see all of the active production lines that Coca-Cola currently has running. This is super great for production managers that want to share stats across different facilities. But for today's demo, we're going to click into Edistal, like Judson said. And if I take a couple steps closer, we can actually see the entire A3 production line represented here. So there's a blow molder, a filler, a capper, and actually, as I click on each one of these elements, we can not only see real-time IoT sensor data coming off of them, but we've added some machine learning as well, so we're getting the full operational output of each of these pieces of machinery, which is really great for the factory floor operators. But what's actually even cooler than that is if I take a couple steps back now, I can call in an AI assistant, and she's going to run some potential simulations for us.
Hello. Bringing data from disparate systems into a single view improves the ability to make data-driven decisions. Here we can see the current overall output of energy, water, and CO2.
So this AI assistant was created using Azure Bot Framework's neural text-to-speech, as well as various performance capturing tools. Not only is she giving a human face to our data simulations, but she can also give us recommendations that we can take to make our operations more sustainable. So why don't we have her go ahead and do that for us now? Assistant, show alerts.
You have an alert on one of the elements. Showing it now. Here is a comparison of CO2 emissions with energy usage. In this view, we see the correlation between energy consumption, the operating state of the machines, and CO2 emissions. Lowering temperature and pressure settings could reduce energy consumption by 9%.
So now that we have these data-driven recommendations from our AI assistant, we can go back and collaborate in mesh or teams with the various stakeholders that are in charge of running the plant in person and see if we can optimize operations even further. So I hope everybody enjoyed their trip into the Industrial Metaverse. If you happen to be here in person at Ignite, we have a booth just across the Sky Bridge, and we can walk you through this ourselves. But back to you, Judson.
Thanks, Morgan. Thank you so much. Great job. So if I summarize across design, build, and operate, the industrial metaverse can unlock potential like never before across many, many different industries, and we're excited about the opportunity to work with all of you. If you want to learn more about it, go see Morgan if you happen to be here on the floor in Seattle. If you're watching digitally, we have another session that's led by Andy Pratt, who leads our industrial metaverse practice here at Microsoft, and he's going to show you how we actually unpack all of the technology behind the industrial metaverse and how you might leverage the same. And of course, please work with your local teams across Microsoft to help understand what the industrial metaverse might do for you and your business. Look, I can't tell you how passionate I am about what we can unlock together here, leveraging these capabilities. If we can digitize the world's manufacturing, the world's supply chain, and the world's logistic networks, we can create better processes more effectively, more efficiently, and we might just solve the world's sustainability challenges together. Thank you very much.
If you want to learn more about networking concepts and definitions, don't forget to press the subscribe button. To be notified when our channel releases another video, click also on the bell icon. And don't forget to visit our website, networkencyclopedia.com.